There's an intentionality and a planning process that is very purposeful to make sure that they know the goals of what we're trying to accomplish. And that forces me to make sure I know the goals of what I'm trying to accomplish. My name is Dr. Beth Sizemore, and I am the Supervisor of Public Relations for Beavercreek City Schools. We've had a couple of different experiences working with different videographers and video companies. We've worked with some that really focused a lot on social media and more of the quick capture ideas. What we found is there was a lot of engagement with those videos, but they didn't necessarily tell a story. When we were looking at what our objectives were for this school year and looking ahead, we wanted to look at ways that we can reach a broader audience and how we can be purposeful and really intentional with the videos that we're using to share our story. Some colleagues had shared that they had worked with OpenEye Studios before and had a really positive experience. We had talked to some friends from the Beavercreek Chamber, and they had been very excited about the work that they had done with OpenEye Studios. So we engaged in some conversation that way and really were impressed with the focus on storytelling and identifying what are the questions that we're getting from our community and how can videos help us provide those answers. They were really intentional in helping guide us through the process of planning what videos and what video content would be smart for us to pursue and to consider, both from figuring out what were our areas of concern and the questions we were trying to answer, but also how to make sure that we were creating content that would have enduring value. So we weren't just looking for a way to showcase what happened at a basketball game or a football game or this band competition, but really how to showcase the bigger picture of Beavercreek City Schools in a way that would have a lasting value. I think it's really important when you're considering marketing strategies, but also just conveying the message and the importance of your business or your entity to the community, to consider the methods and the methodologies that you're using to interact with your audience. There's always someone who is upset that they're not getting information. And so you have to be intentional with making sure that you're providing information and content in a variety of media. So you need to be intentional with who you find and who you partner with to tell that story, because if you leave that out, you're missing the opportunity to engage with a lot of your stakeholders or your community members. I've just really valued the partnership and the ability for us to work together and work collaboratively. I really appreciated the intentional approach to our planning session, so it wasn't just calling OpenEye Studios and saying, hey, I want to make a couple videos, and them showing up with camera equipment, so that the videos that are created are not just engaging and visually appealing, but they are for a purpose and they're telling a story and they are accomplishing a goal. And that goal mindset of telling a story is unique in the media world, and I think it's really important.